That would be
That's
horrible.
okay.
If
I'd
you see,
rather
yeah,
not
if you
know.
seen the radio numbers, you'd be upset about that. So yeah, we are live. Hello, everyone. Well, people are like, well, what is Indie Vault doing on a Sunday? Well, we are doing our live broadcast from Grand Rapids Comic Con. How was everyone out there? Um, Good times, good times. We've been here since, well, we got in Thursday. Uh, it's been a fun show. It's been a fun show. We've had a lot of cosplayers who have been working all year on their costumes, and we had a lot of comic book creators have they didn't rest in 2020 like I did. You know, in 2020 I didn't do anything. I was gone. I was not a part of. Like, I'm not gonna draw anything for the year. I'm sitting on my ass.
These people really
Yeah, these cheapos. Let me
did,
see. Yeah.
did not come to play.
No, no, no. It made me look bad a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. I guess I better start drawing. So, yeah.
We should have went back to the room and did what I said and drew and
Oh,
just,
yeah. Thank you.
drew out a couple, 100 between us to sell.
Yeah, we could have did that. We could have drew a bunch of. See what the comments are saying. Let me go over to the comments, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Trish in the chat. Hey, Trish and Mike. Good morning. Good morning. Sarah says good morning. Says good morning from Arkansas. Good morning. Hello. Sarah says glad it's been a good experience at the concert. Yeah, and Tyger, this is your what is it?
This is my
Second convention
I've ever been,
Oh man.
but it's been awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's everything I'd expect. I mean, I'd like seeing everybody with their costumes. These people really spend so much time on them, and I'm like, it like blows me away. And then the art is insane.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah. There's a lot of good art here. Yeah, I feel like it definitely makes me know that next year I got to step my game up a bit.
We both have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
step
yeah,
up
yeah.
our
It's like,
game.
yeah, like I see phoning in is not gonna work anymore. Someone's caught in. Someone's caught on to my old gag. Let me see now. Brandon Clegg in the chat says, "Hey people, hey Brandon." Um, Brandon says, "Oh, Con newcomer, welcome to the circus." Yeah,
Thank you.
she enjoys the circus part of it.
I do.
They took very good care of us here. Mark always does. Mark and his staff at Grandpa's Comic Con, and they put us up in a hotel room. Very nice hotel room. Um, I am not. There's some level of fancy I'm just not ready for, though.
Right.
Like the sliding doors.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, like I don't know. I haven't opened the door.
I was excited about the balcony because I've never seen those outside of movies.
Yeah, like you guys ever seen a hotel room with a balcony? Because I thought they didn't do that. They definitely don't allow the windows
Yeah, we
open.
talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they still did that. I stepped out for 5 seconds yesterday. It was freezing last night, and that's all I needed to see.
Yeah. You were like, okay, life goal met.
I see it.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, that's all you gotta do is hit a woman with cold. She doesn't want to go anywhere near it. It's like, hey, there's Jason Momoa outside. It's cold. He can come in. I wait till he comes in.
I'd go outside for that.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because he used to walk through the cons howling, like by himself, just yelling. And people were, oh, Jason Momoa, that guy's such a life of the party. He was too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Trish and I were at the hotel with balcony in San Diego. Yeah, see, maybe I think that's the only one here in Michigan.
Yeah. Maybe it's just I'd expect it.
Well, it's just of our outdoor malls. Our outdoor malls here in Michigan are ridiculous. Like it gets cold. I don't want to walk around.
Yeah.
I'm so cold.
Yeah. We don't want to do that.
I'm not genetically built for those temperatures anyway. Genetically.
Me either.
I don't know. We seen your was it 23 and me. They don't get much colder than that.
Yeah, but still, that's true. But I still can't.
It just keeps getting paler and paler and paler and paler.
Just the whitest of the white.
Yeah. I was like, There was no idea. There was
Maybe it's because my ancestors had a lot of alcohol in their system.
that,
That's what I need.
that could
I'm
be
not a
it.
big drinker.
That could be it.
So.
That could be it. Hey guys, so yeah, special edition of Breakfast Buzzing. We've had so much fun here at the show. I mean, I've been walking around seeing some old friends I haven't seen. And this show is a lot like some of the other Michigan shows where you get to see people that you maybe didn't see at a previous show or maybe two previous shows, whatever reason. And the cons have been so stacked up on top of each other. We had, I mean, a couple weeks ago, we had 3 shows, like the same weekend, 4 hours from each other. Like all of them were 4 hours from each other, and it was hard to pick a show to go to. Obviously, I went with the cheaper one, but the one that's closest at home. But yeah, I think cons seem to be back. The fans are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh, they've been excited. They've been home for a year. Brandon says they have balconies in Vegas, and Trish says our balcony wanted to jump 23 floors to meet Samurai Jackson. That might stop me. Brandon says bad news is snowing. Yeah, you know it did. It hasn't started snowing here yet. Because we came over on the shuttle and I didn't see any snow yet, but I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure we're gonna end up. Yeah.
Not looking forward to it.
Yeah. We're gonna get pummeled by it. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning to outside for the sun. But hey, let me tell you something. Snow was good. Well, not for me because I wish I'd known the snow was coming because in Michigan they have this thing where the electric company can't turn off your gas if it's snowing. Yeah, they can't do it. They can't turn off your gas or your lights. So if I had known that, I'm paying my bill this week. I would have kept that. Like you can't do shit. It's snowing. You know the rules. You just hope there ain't no 80-degree day in the middle because this is Michigan.
Yeah.
You know we'll get 80-degree days in the middle of nowhere, and you know the light companies out there. They park in front of your car. So yeah, I see some friends and family out there in the walkway there. We're upstairs. We're in a private room. Luckily, it's nice and quiet, so I can do this show. I think Mark does that on purpose. I think he puts me in quiet rooms so we can do the shows. I'm like, next year I want to have a little small indie vote section, just in a little quiet room. I take people and tell them it's a special room where special things happen, special people like you.
I don't think you can say that and they won't come in. You might get some creepy dudes that come in and you might want to watch what you say.
I'll send you to say it that way.
No?
No? It's a special room where special things happen. We'd have a long list of guys.
Be outside that door waiting for
Well,
you.
did I ever tell you guys about the young ladies who sent me a email from Wizard World Chicago about 2 years ago? And they said, hey, we know the con is stressful and everything. We're doing cosplay massages at the DoubleTree across the street. And she said it's 150 roses an hour. Duos available. Now, here's the problem. That phrase duos available is not one that you use for massages. That is the call sign of a whore.
Cosplay massage, that's one red flag. Duo massage, that's the second one. You don't go to many spas that offer cosplay dress up.
I mean, it depends on what if it's Psylocke and Supergirl, I'm like, put one beside your back, Mr. Grant. Is that right, ladies? I suppose. Then I get in trouble. Yeah. Then I get in trouble. Like, I know they were gonna do that, Chris. I didn't know, eh? Next thing I know, she had it. I couldn't say stop. Because somebody listened, she's like, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill you. Let's see here. We went to a small local con yesterday. So small, we seen and explored everything in one day. You know, there was a show I did. I drove 5 hours for and walked in, and it was in a very, very small room. And I was so upset because they did great marketing for that show. The marketing for that show was done to where you thought that it was going to be massive. And then you got there and it was like in a hotel banquet hall. And you're like,
great marketing.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I could walk around the place in 5 minutes and that's it. And you guys got to spend 3 days here? Fuck that. I was out. I'm sorry for all this horrible cussing on Sunday, but to me, it's still Saturday night. Because, yeah.
All your days are mashed together.
Yeah. Yeah. So, second con for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you've been bitten by the comic book bug. Do you all of a sudden want to make a comic book?
I was thinking about that yesterday, actually, because I was looking through some, comics, walk around, because I've never done that kind of art before. But I mean, it's starting to interest me a little bit.
She'll be a comic artist in no time. Yeah. Let's see here. Comic Con SVU. Ding, ding. Yeah, that's mine. I didn't do anything. I mean, I did, but you ain't got a video of it. That's my face. Can you please stop all the motherfucking cussing? Goddamn. Yeah, I know it's Sunday, but I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's still Saturday night to me, sir. We'll see Brandon here in a little bit. He's heading up, and he was supposed to be on this panel this morning, but see, he's at home where it's safe. So Tyger found out this morning she was doing it. She was not prepared for this type of anarchy.
Yeah, like what, 30 minutes ago?
Yeah.
You dropped that news?
Yeah. Like, hey, you're doing a panel.
What?
Like you're lucky. Like, luckily, you don't have to worry about that type of thing. You don't have to worry about, like, you got to be able to adjust and jump up and be like, yes, I can do that. No problem. I can get the camera.
Well, I like slowly die inside.
Yeah. I thought about giving you the microphone and walking around the camera while you interview some people yesterday. I was like, she would have freaked out. Like, I'm here with this guy who does this thing. Talk about it. That'd have been her. It'd been funny. Yeah. We'll get you to judge on pictures. Be crazy. It'll be great. So you've done 2 shows, and you've done Motor City and your Rapids Comic Con. So now we got to get you out of state. I'm trying to talk you into doing New Orleans.
New Orleans. I would love to go down there. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. We just gotta. What we gotta do is we gotta just figure out ways to keep her unemployed. We have to keep her gainfully unemployed, so she can go on these trips. And then I don't call them trips because my mother used to call them vacations. They're not vacations. I'm working. She's like, yeah. I'm like, trust me, I'm not having fun. Like,
you're having some fun.
So you try to make work as fun as you can.
Yeah.
This just happens to be an environment where it's a little bit easier to do that, but it still is work. You're still looking at your numbers. You're trying to figure out if you made table, if you made hotel, if you made gas, all that good stuff, and especially and then putting on the best show or best presentation you can for for fans and friends, and it's a little difficult to do that when like the show wasn't any good. This show was always been pretty good to us. This show, and there's so many more, and you're doing well when you start finding that you're making more every show, and then you still have that one show out of nowhere, comes out of nowhere, and you make $10, and you're like, yeah, oh, I guess I'm gonna go over here and call Wick. And I got a buddy down there, guys. You got to hear this funny story. I'm not gonna call his name out, although I don't make the heat. I thought a cosplayer was contemplating. Like, it looks like they're hanging on the glass part, but they're not. They're not. But I have an artist friend out there who told me, he says that he got into a situation where he would walk into some of those like government help places, and he was like, "Hey, I understand you guys are giving cash assistance," and they were like, "Yeah, so you disability?" He says, "No." Are you on any type of assistance? No. Are you working? Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all got free money. Give it to me. And they ushered him out the building.
No.
Yeah, because he tried. I think we all tried. I was like, "You free money," and we try to go get it, and they don't give it to us.
They say that, but then there's like a whole paragraph of fine print underneath that.
Let's see here. Also got to visit with a local printer who will meet all other printer prices, and we can go watch our comic get printed. Super excited about that. That's a great experience to have, Trish. I mean, if you can watch your book come off the rollers, that's a great experience to have. It's cool to watch. I've never seen my book go through the rollers. I've seen because I'm just never there when it's happening. I did see the books that I was involved with being printed, but that was a video from the factory. But yeah, like my own books, I just like opening that box and getting those brand new books out of there and seeing them for the first time.
That's got to be a cool feeling.
Yeah, yeah, and then you find the misprints and like, I hired an editor. How did you miss this? I'm not paying you shit. No, you pay your editors. Pay your editors, people. Um, so Tiger, what was the hardest part? Or what's been the biggest adjustment to you going to cons?
Um, it's just, I mean, it's different from what I'm used to. I usually, work in films
Mhm.
and stuff. So this is, I mean, it's different, but the same.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? I mean, I'm still in because I do art and stuff like that. But it's been really cool, just like finally getting my art out there.
Yeah.
Even I just have a little bit I bring with me, but still, I mean, it's taking me like 32 years to get my art out there. I mean, to bring it to show, not just selling it, online and stuff, but I mean, that's still, I feel like I made a little bit of an accomplishment with
Yeah.
that stuff.
I talked to a lady out there. It's her third show. She's a crafter, and she told me the biggest change for her has been the multiple days. Like she's used to being able to go to a show, set up, it runs for a couple hours that day, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's the 1 day show. She's not used to this 3-4 day stuff. For San Diego, what is it? 5 days? You're just there. It's like I want to go home. Why am I here with all these people? There's too many of us. But yeah, uh, I my first show was a complete disaster. I brought a box of books and some post-it notes and a Sharpie, and they had a white tablecloth on the table like this, and I just set my stuff. I had no name of my company or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really sucked, and I didn't do well that Friday. Saturday, I came back. When I left the show, I went to the dollar store, bought a tablecloth.
Yeah, but did you go to any shows like prior to that, just as like,
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it's different when you're bringing your stuff
Yeah.
here, because like this is my second one, but now that I've walked around and saw how everybody presents their stuff, then that gives me an idea for the next time I come back.
Yeah.
Like what the people come here to buy, like what's their anime is huge.
Yeah.
I'm not a big anime person, but I'm gonna start getting into it. The art, and superhero stuff, yeah. But
Dreaded Dinosaur. He's got one of the market corner on some of the anime stuff. He's always drawn. He's drawing characters before he even knows who they are sometimes. Like he has to watch the show completely.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
me.
Like, who is this character you're drawing? I don't know who he is. He just looks good.
It's like, do you have so and so? I don't know. Look at the pictures.
Yeah.
This is what I have.
Yeah. Is this the character you want? Got here, weeb. Buy the piece of art and go. No, I love anime fans. I love anime cosplayers are a different breed though, because they're in character all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and they will find each other. And if you hear shrieking at a Comic-Con, trust me, it's an anime cosplayer who just seen someone from anime.
That came up. This girl came up to our booth yesterday,
Mhm.
and she came up by me and did that, and I was like, I didn't know if she was like excited or if she had like a tick. But now that you say that, well, I mean, I don't know. I was glad she's happy. I was like, yeah. Now that you say that, that makes sense, because I saw a couple other people do that. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
here?
they will shriek, and if they see somebody from their favorite anime or dressed up as the character they are or from that series, they will immediately go and they become fast friends. And it's like, wow. It's kind of like it's kind of like ICP for geeks. Because like ICP, like if you're a juggalo, they're like, yeah, juggalos, we all know we're doing family, and it's like that. Anime kids like that too. They're like, yeah, anime, you watch it too? Me three. Let's go over here and sit and hang out with each other. And Be
I don't know.
virgins together.
No, the anime folks are into something.
Well, yeah, they are, but the problem is some of them, and I'm gonna say this, I don't care who's listening. Some of those anime promoters, the show promoters, should be ashamed of themselves. They like, hey, she's freshly 18, bro. She just turned 18 yesterday. Here you are. I don't like it. Ugh. But I do like this Comic Con because out there too. A sponsor, by the way, of this Comic Con, Red Bull energy drink, delicious, and box of water. Yeah, box of water and Red Bull. You can't get two different. Like one is like caffeine extreme, and the other one's
like old school elementary
yeah,
milk cartons,
yeah,
but tall in water.
yeah. I remember the first time I seen boxed water. I'm like, boxed water. It's like boxed wine. Boxed wine can get me drunk. I mean, I've drank enough.
Box water cannot.
Yeah. Boxed water cannot get you drunk. It's unfortunate. Mm. So Tiger, again, you've done that. We got the Great Las Vegas Convention too.
That. So you've been to that one?
Yeah.
How was that? I feel like the cosplaying would be extreme there.
Oh, the cosplaying was cool. There was a lot of ass out, a lot of ass out, not a nice ass out, but anything that you would have made seemed to vanish when you walk through the lobby. And I had these machines out there that just kept asking for your money, and you just kept putting it in there, and you're like, I'm gonna hit. Oh, thank God they give free dinner. Like, yeah.
I'd imagine that would be hard going out there, but it'd be really cool.
It's a fun show, but I mean, you just might lose money.
Lose more money than you make.
Yeah. How did this happen to me? I sold a bunch of books. Yeah, but you are playing Cleopatra the game, slot machine, quite a bit. So it's one of those things, though, where I've done 7 to 8 cons this year, and low amount because usually it's definitely in the double digits by now. So this is like my last con of the year, unless something comes up and someone begs me, and then we'll tell Tyger, hey, you want to show up? She's, we have to beg Tyger to show up. We have to. She doesn't like showing up to.
That's not true. It's because I'm busy.
Yeah, we just have to make her unbusy. I just blackmail her like, fans are waiting for you. There's some little girl out there right now. Okay, so I did this weird thing. When I was a kid, I went to this place called Trapper's Alley with my parents. And they had this guy in there. He was doing charcoal portraits of people. Mm-hmm. So my mother sat down for one. I sat down for one. My dad was like, I'm not sitting down there getting drawn. You guys can do it. So the guy draws me first, and then my mother. And my dad looks at me, and I told him, I said, I don't have any of that stuff that he has. And without missing the beat, this artist, he swings around. I'll never forget his name, Ibrahim. Turns around, this black guy with dreadlocks. He says, now you do. And he hands me a piece of kneaded eraser and charcoal. Oh, and a sheet of paper. And I'm like, oh, okay. So immediately I go home and I'm, now I'm going to be portrait artist extraordinaire. And I worked on that. So I thought about that as I got older. I ended up finding him.
Really? I was going to ask you.
Yeah, they closed Trapper's Alley down, but he just sits in Greektown now. He'll sit up and pull up his palette and draw people. So I walked over to him. I opened my office around the corner, and I got a chance to talk to him and told him, hey, you owe me. You set me on this life course. I was an 8-year-old boy, minding my own business. I could have been a robber, a thief. I could have been anything else. But no, you were like, here's some art materials. But he told me something that really messed with me even more. He says, well, you have to pass that on now to some other artists. I'm like, fuck. So I went out and bought a bunch of graphite holders, a bunch of erasers, some paper. Whenever I go to Comic-Con, I didn't do it this one. I bring them, and if I meet a young artist, I give them the right materials they need to be doing. Mm-hmm. So I give them a graphite holder, kneaded eraser, Bristol boards. And sometimes I'm not prepared for the tears from the kids.
Yeah.
And the kids, and like the one little girl, she wanted to hug me. I'm like, this is inappropriate. Don't hug me, little girl. But she went and drew me a picture. which is
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, then I got all emotional because she drew me a picture and she came back and she had tears in her eyes when she handed me the picture. So I'm like,
Aw.
get
Get out of here. Take your art stuff and get out of here.
yeah, we had a girl write in that her husband or baby daddy actually. I'm sorry, she didn't say husband. Said the baby daddy threw all her art stuff away. Said she's a mom now and needs to focus on being a mom rather than an artist. Yeah, so we threw her stuff away. She was upset about that. So as an actress, uh, because you see there's some actresses down there. Do you think you could do? You think you just sit there all day and wait for people to come say, "Oh, you were great. You were in that thing. I love you," or do you think?
I think it'd be cool seeing, if you worked in the industry long enough and you have people. I think it'd be cool if, because I'm a writer, if I created a character that people really loved and seeing them dressed up like it.
Mm.
I think that would be just like such a mind blowing thing to see, and that it would touch my soul. It affected someone so much that they are emulating that character I made up.
I don't think I've had that. They have a guy. He has a picture he took of me in 2009, 2010, and he still has it on his phone. He transfers the phone to phone. Picture of me and him together. My like one of my first Comic Cons.
Oh,
And every year he shows. Every
I
time
was like, you said a picture of you, and I'm like, so you got a guy out there with a
yeah, he's like, no, he takes and he brings it to me and he's like, hey, remember this? And I'm like, look how fat I've gotten, sir. Don't bring me this picture anymore. That was a young man full of dignity, hope, and he was skinny. And now he did this one. He's discovered caffeine and other things. He's not a well person. That young man was going places. Tiger, would you do the show again?
What? Yeah, this
For,
place is awesome.
for all now we gotta get Tiger here for all 3 days now. We gotta hear Saturday and
Yeah.
Sunday. So we gotta get her here Friday, Saturday. We gotta get her here. We gotta get Tiger for a setup. She gotta come into the show and go to your spot and find out you don't have a table yet, and they gotta pull one in and set it up, and you're like, and I can't wait until the day Tiger gets her own table so I can sit and watch her. And say,
I have to experience the full effect one of these
I'm
days.
setting up my phone when that happens like this. And I'm
All
recording
right,
her.
figure it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna record it. Like, look at her freaking out. Uh oh. She's using hand gestures. She's talking to herself. She just mouth MF.
She just fell to her knees.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I should stop filming and go over there.
Yeah. Is she crying? She's fucking crying.
Hopefully, it never comes to that.
It's they have a some cons they have a wall policy, like no higher than 8 feet. We don't listen. We never listen. We're like, and it's because somebody will go 9, and you're like, well, he's 9 feet. Nobody said anything to him. Well, I'll go 10. Me and Lola have done it.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it. I got another display at home that I rarely use, but that sucker can go up there. It can get up there, and we've pushed it up before just to see when anybody comes tell us to take it down within minutes. Hey, and it was way too high. Like if it was on the floor, we're on the second floor here. We're in an overlook room. You could see our banner fine. That's how high we put it up. Like that one that's hanging behind it, it was just in the air like a flag, just billowing. Yeah, they didn't like that very much, guys. Special editions of Breakfast Buzz. Let's see. We got people in the chat. Sure says my mom saw your post on my timeline and thought I was friends with Kevin Hart. So you're looking good in my mom's opinion. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's about the same height. Boom, bam.
I think you're taller.
I might be taller than Kevin Hart. No, I've heard that before. People like, man, you're like the poor man's Kevin Hart. I'm like, thank you. I'll be great value, Kevin.
Yeah. Wish, Kevin.
That's right. That's what we're going to announce ourselves as. Hold on. Let me see here. I will change our names very quickly on here to let's see here. I will fix it. We will fix the spelling of these names. All right, there we go. There we go. Kevin Hart and Kristen Bell from Wish. So, question for you: how was it simulating love, making love to Don Cheadle when you were in House of Cards? Or was it House of Lies? House of Lies, yeah. Is that the one he was in? Was Don Cheadle and Kristen Stewart or Kristen Bell?
I have no idea, but I'm sure it was great.
We talked about this on the show, but I just because I think I mentioned to you, J Lo was coming out. And she said that Wesley overstepped the boundaries of her on set. How long before, like, it's a movie set, someone was inappropriate, like you're doing a movie and some guy grabs your ankle and he's like, "Yeah, I like this ankle, Tiger." How long before you tell it, like he was inappropriate with me, like right away, right?
Who? Like someone there?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't. They won't say what Wesley did, but J Lo says that he was inappropriate with her during their lovemaking scene, during Money Train.
Oh.
Wesley's
I'm trying
nice.
to think of like
Yeah.
maybe he was saying something during it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know, but when did Money Train come out, guys?
that had to have been a long time ago because he,
1995,
yeah,
and she just talking about it last week.
probably because the whole movement of people coming out and saying stuff.
But Wesley ain't got no money. Wesley ain't got no money. He had to run. Remember, he ran to Africa because he had the taxes. Remember that? He ain't got no money. Mm.
I don't know.
She just wait till all you want to tell now. We'll get something else done to you recently. Like I'm gonna tell because I got a gnat at the table. Probably one in here too. It's all over me. This is harassment. I don't have to take this. Like that rat that gnat was very unprofessional with me. He flew all up my ass. It was 1995. Yeah. The Mac in the coonskin hat. There we go. I'll take it. I'll take it. I like it. Some people walk behind me. Hey, I like your coon hat. Say it again. See what I. It's. I won't say that on air. I'll keep that to myself. But I'm gonna. There's an artist who has a book out there, and I want to ask him. Do you know what that word means? Because I don't think it means what you think it means. Look, there are certain words that you just can't use. Like, if you told me, "Hey, man, let's call a spade a spade," like what? You know what a spade is, right? It's it's a racial name for blacks.
Okay.
So yeah, because black is a spade.
Okay.
So it's like I make sense. There's so many that I found out about that I did not know of. Like some of them hurt.
Did it give you like flashbacks of if
I
someone
just
said something?
just as somebody spent that much time coming up that net. There's a bunch of them there. Tag it. Wait. No, like the can you imagine the sinister mindset of someone who just sits there and just thinks like, is there a conference where they're like, yes, we're trying to come up with hurtful names for other individuals of different races. So do I?
Throw some names in the hat.
Yeah. So where are we on moon cricket? Moon cricket? Anybody? You like that in the back? Like moon cricket?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they call us that. I'm like, what? I almost made a superhero named it.
How did they?
I don't know. I guess.
Like, do you like sit back and think like,
how did that
they
name?
even come up with
Well, I imagine it's because like Chuck must have been some guy who threw stuff whenever the cops came. People were like, "Chuck it, man, chuck it." We talked about this yesterday. How things become names. Like, oh, I'm gonna, let me Tiger this.
I still don't know like what that would be.
The old Tiger.
Someone said that.
I'm thinking the old Tiger might be. Ooh, I know the old Tiger. The old Tiger is when, like,
you're saying someone said, "Oh, you pulled a tiger."
Yeah. I think that would probably be like you doing something like skipping out on a date. That'd be like, yeah, I gotta work. Bye.
Saying I'm like super interested in last minute.
Yeah.
Ditch.
Yeah. We had photos taken of us. You missed it.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta
I
you,
didn't
you gotta get a pretty face when you do it. Just
No, I want the Candace.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a great show here, guys. And if you got time, you're in the Grand Rapids area, swing up. We're at table 737. Tigers are gonna be hanging out for a couple more hours with us, and then yeah, expect to see all you here soon. We're gonna wrap up this special edition of Breakfast Buzz here on Sunday, November 14th, 2021. I'm not used to doing the show on a Sunday, but yeah, we'll see how things go. Make sure you message me on Facebook. Gnats are everywhere. They want me. I'm
you
too
want
sweet.
that Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink it all. You can't have it. Ha! Not parched. Now, anyway, thank you guys for joining in. Send us messages. Send us messages on the Indie Vote Facebook. Ask Tyger for Candace. I'm just kidding. No. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one, folks.